Hey, this is Dilawong here, and today I'm going to review American Sniper. Now, this looks like a very interesting war film, and like Zero Dark 30 and Lone Survivor, it had a limited release on December and later had a nationwide release on January. Originally, David O. Russell was going to direct this film, but left for we don't know what the reason. Also, like Interstellar, this is another film that was going to be directed by Steven Spielberg. It would have been cool because Steven Spielberg hasn't been directing rated R movies since his controversial film Munich, which was released on the year 2005 back when I was in high school. However, Spielberg left the project due to Warner Brothers budget problems, so Clint Eastwood had later taken over to direct this film. I am, of course, a big fan of Clint Eastwood, and I became very excited to see this film when I saw the trailers and the posters. Now that I finally saw this film, what do I think of it? I think this is a great movie that took place in the war in Afghanistan, and I'm going to tell you why this movie is great with no spoilers. Let's start with the story. The story of this film was based on a true story about a US soldier named Chris Kyle. It starts off when he was a boy. His father teaches him how to do deer hunting and shoot a rifle. He also watches his younger brother's back in case something bad happens. Years later, he became a cowboy who rides horses until he saw the news about the 1998 US Embassy bombing and decided to join the US Navy SEAL. He was trained to be a sniper. He later met a beautiful woman in a bar, gets married, and had a son and daughter together. He was later sent to Iraq after that horrible 9/11 tragedy. He had to follow 4 tours in Iraq. As he entered Iraq, he became one of the most trained and deadliest snipers in the world. I think the story of this film was very good. Now let's talk about the special effects and action scenes. The special effects in this movie are very cool. I really do enjoy the landscape of the buildings and the desert. In every war films, the cities look damaged and messy. As for the action scenes, it was very brutal, intense, and had lots of blood. The gun shooting scenes was one of the most intense scenes I ever saw. Now for the acting, directing, and music. Let's start with the main character, Chris Kyle, played by Bradley Cooper. Wow, he did an excellent job playing this character. His character Chris was a very brave man and also caring because he wanted to see his wife and children again, but had no choice but to complete his mission. He's really good at shooting his targets with a sniper. Bradley Cooper is good with comedies and dramas. Then there's Chris Kyle's wife, Tia, played by Sienna Miller. She did a very nice job playing the main character's wife. Her character Tia was a very caring and worried because she loved her husband so much that she wanted him to come back home and reunited together as a family. Clint Eastwood, I think, did a spectacular job directing this movie. Seeing what Clint Eastwood did, I'm glad Steven Spielberg decided to leave this film. Well, I'm very happy Clint Eastwood has finally come back to direct a good film, because he hasn't been making good movies since Gran Torino. Well, I'm very happy for that. Last but not least, the music in this movie sounds very chilling, intense, and feels like you're in the military. Overall, I had a wonderful time seeing American Sniper. I enjoyed this movie the same way I enjoyed Zero Dark 30 and Lone Survivor. Also, this is the first movie I saw in 2015. The only flaws I had with this film are that I wish they should show what really happened to his younger brother, and also, did Chris Kyle's son do whatever his father did when he was a child? This film is already nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Hopefully, Bradley Cooper should win Best Actor for his portrayal as Chris Kyle. If you're a fan of war movies, go see it. I give this movie a 4 out of 5 nuclear bombs.